Check in the description box below. This is a continuation video. Place right side facing each other. Join it by 3 mm. Fold the hemming allowance. Sew it done. Same for the other side. Do not sew the waistline. Also for the back, sew by the side. Done. Don't sew the waistline. Sew the middle. Don't sew the waistline. I've gone ahead to sew my turn it out, and I've also given a nice press. So let's start with the back. Place the sides on each other. Go ahead to mark the midpoint of the pleat. After that, I'm marking my zip allowance down to the pleat line. Go ahead and join the marks. I'm going to take my zip length. My zip length is 8 inches. Go ahead and mark yours. I'm going to sew from the point I marked to the back pleat line. After that, I'm just drawing down a line where I'm going to sew a loose stitch so as to arrive at a neat finishing. Just a recap, I'd gone ahead to sew from my zip length to the back pleat line, and from there a loose stitch which I'm going to lose at the end. Go ahead to iron your seam. I'm just marking it again. Press it flat and let's progress. There are options how you want your pleat to be. You can pleat it or leave it like that and just sew it. I want mine pleated, so I'm going ahead to pleat it. I'm trying to fold it equally, bearing in mind the midpoint. Once done pleating this side, I'm going to go to the other side and do the same. I will sew the pleats making sure it's not touching the main fabric. I'm done sewing. I'm going to pierce a pin through the midpoint as a reference onto the other side. From that point, I'm going to draw a straight line and then form a triangle. I've gone ahead to sew the triangular shape. It's more visible on the back. Press the pleats neatly. I'm going to loose from the triangular shape. Done. Attach your zip. You will notice that my zip is not exposed. To add that, mark out your hip length plus ½ inch because there's additional inch at the top. That's also going to serve as a guide when joining the skirts together. Let's begin with the back. The dart was supposed to be nipple to nipple divided by 2, but because it's just a skirt and I wouldn't be joining it to any top, I'm just going to go ahead to mark the middle and place my dart measurement there. Make sure you use nipple to nipple measurement when you're attaching a top to it, so you don't end up having different darts not aligning together. Remember, there's an ½ inch extra, so I'm going to mark 6 inches for the back. That's gonna be the dart length. Follow the other procedures, adding your ½ inch on each side and join all together. Same for the other side. After that, fold in a straight line and sew along the V. Also add the dart for the front. That's gonna be 4.5, and let's progress to joining them together. I have gone ahead to add my darts, so I'm just going to place right side facing each other and then mark my measurement. The remainder, I'm going to divide it by 2. Mark whatever you've got by the side, and same for the other side. Once you're done with that, move on to the hip line. Repeat the same by placing your measurement and divide the remainder by 2. Then you go ahead to place your result on each side. Feel free to add ease. go ahead and connect the markings. That's going to serve as a guide on where to sew. You have the freedom on what you want. Once done, sew on the line. I'm done sewing the sides. I've gone ahead to press the seams open. So you definitely need a tailor's arm. Let's proceed to the band. I'm using a small band, so my measurement was 2 inches. What you need to do is to measure the length of your waist plus 2 inches allowance, and then the width. I folded in 1/2 inch and pressed, folded again and pressed. So to attach, mark where you want to start at so it's neat and accurate. Right sides facing each other. Wrap about 1 inch to the back. You are to sew on the 1/2 inch folding allowance. Best practice is to pin it down so it's neat. Pin down the 1/2 inch folding allowance through to the other end. Also wrap the remaining seam allowance left on the other end like you did the first. Turn it out and fold in the remaining folding allowance. Ensure it's neat inside. Sew on the band closer to the joining. I'm done with my skirt. You can decide to add hook if you like. I also loosed the damp part of the plate. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video.